But the most frequently asked question is how old I am. I am 34 years young. A lot of people think that I'm much younger, which makes me very happy. The next question was, what is my ethnicity? My father's mother's from the Bahamas and his father's from Georgia, so Bohemian African American. And then my mother is half Mexican and half Dominican. So just a mix, lots of different things. I'm a whole melting pot over here. This project, my hardest project, is probably the one that I'm wearing. It is, and I'll put some better pictures on my Instagram. Yes, I don't sew in ends. You know this about me already. But it is basically like a blanket with sleeves. This is the first sweater that I ever made. I am emotionally attached to this sweater because it took me like 3 weeks to make. It was a labor of love. I still never did the ribbing around it, and I may never. But this was definitely my hardest project because this is the one that got me into making crochet clothing. And I had no idea what I was doing, and I just made some panels and I hope they fit me. And needless to say, it's huge, but that's what I wanted. I wanted it to kind of like swallow me up. But this was definitely my hardest project and one that I'll never part with. My favorite things to crochet, bucket hats. Definitely bucket hats. Sometimes when I'm crocheting one thing, I'll stop making it and then just make an accompanying bucket hat because everything should have an accompanying bucket hat, of course. I mean, but definitely bucket hats are my favorite. My favorite project so far. Kelsey's gonna get a lot of links in my description because my favorite project so far, and the reason why I'm even doing this video so soon is because somebody purchased it on my Depop yesterday. And when I tell y'all, I was in tears, crying because I sold this item. It's the most expensive thing in my shop. I didn't expect anybody to like buy it, and they purchased it. Is this gorgeous piece. Oh my gosh. Now this is definitely Kelsey of Passionate Goods. This is her hexagonal sweater pattern. And I put it with this Karen 1 pound ombre, or no, it's Karen yarn, but it's the ombre yarn. I just love this colorway. I'm a earth tones kind of girl. And I freaking love this. It's so cozy. It's so beautiful. I will put some better pictures on my Instagram. But around the edges, I used Lion Brand Bit of Silk yarn. So it's definitely a different texture, but I like that. I like that it's something completely different than the actual body. It gives a little more interest. And then I put it around the ribbing as well. This also has an accompanying bucket hat. The girl who purchased it, she didn't purchase the hat, and I told her, look, I have to give you the hat that comes with it just because I can't separate them. They belong together. So she'll get this plus a hat for free because they belong together. Do I crochet amigurumi? And yes, I do crochet amigurumi. I'm gonna share with you all my first amigurumi, and it's this guy. I love him. I couldn't decide if I wanted him to be a bear or a bunny or a sheep. So he's just a faceless character, sack boy. I will also link this pattern in the description. This is from a YouTube video. The legs are 2 different sizes. Oh, I didn't know what I was doing. This is the first time I ever did it. And when I got back into crochet, it started with amigurumi. Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna make handmade toys. I'm gonna love it, it's gonna be great. But needless to say, it hurt my hands. Any other crocheters, when they crochet amigurumi with the tension, it left like an indentation in my finger here, just from holding the yarn so tightly. And I know I could purchase like a yarn ring to relieve that, but I didn't. And then I started moving on into wearables, and I just haven't gone back to amigurumi. My favorite color is fluorescent beige. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know. I love beige in every shade. I'm an earth tones girl, hence the off-white. I just really love like different degrees of browns and tans. That's where my heart lies. Do I use any crochet books? And an ode back to amigurumi, I do. This is where I got the lemon pattern for the amigurumi lemon. Kawaii Crochet, and this is by Melissa Bradley. I will link this in the description to Amazon. This is a great book. As you can see, I got tags hanging out of it. I actually did start an amigurumi apple. That's probably what this page is on, yep. Because I have a halfway made apple right now in my cabinet. I was gonna give it to a teacher friend, and I just never finished it because I got added to my pile of whips that's talking to me right now. And the second one is Whimsical Stitches, and this is by Lauren Epsey. Excellent book. Let's see, what do I have flagged in here? I do have a flower. So I did start to make this right here, but I put peach petals around it. I made all of the petals. I made like the face. I made the stem. And then when I had to sew the petals onto the middle of the flower, I quit. And I feel a little bit guilty about it now. I think I was just a little intimidated. So since it's been some time, maybe it's time to go back and give it another try. But I do love these two books. These are the only two crochet books I have right now. There are more that I have my eye on. I've just been juggling so many things, God help me. But yeah, I think those are all the questions that you asked.